viewers, I'm Michaeline Moyabasi and welcome to another edition of Women's World. In tonight's episode, we feature Papua New Guinea fashion designers who have been creating unique pieces of garment that will adorn Miss PNG when she represents the country in the Pacific for the Miss Pacific Islands pageant in Samoa later this year. Also on the show, we feature international entrepreneur Izzah Ahmed, who speaks to us of her journey as an entrepreneur in the food industry and how she has managed to find her niche and be successful. But for now, take a look at these very talented PNG fashion designers.
Project Runway is not just any fashion show, but a show which brings Papua New Guinean designers to create unique pieces of garments. The objective of Project Runway is to select a fashion stylist for Miss Papua New Guinea to the Miss Pacific Islands pageant in Samoa in December. Local designers have been invited to create pieces in 3 categories, which will embody the outfit to which Miss PNG will wear during the pageant. That is the traditionally inspired segment, the sarong segment, and the day wear and evening wear, which Miss Pacific Islands participants will wear to various events, public appearances, and press interviews in Samoa. The designs are authentic and of bold colors, which symbolize the typical multicultural society of PNG.
My brand is called Baiwa, and it's big on the social media right now. It's mainly focused on promoting Ora Tapa, and I just released my new line of shoes. So they're all in handcrafted Tapa shoes. So yeah, I'm into clothing as well and accessories like armbands and cuffs and handbags as well.
Growing up in a family setting where our traditions and culture was really passed on through tattoos and chants and stories, just tumbuna stories, it started off my love for that. And I'd like my collection or the work that I design to also reflect my love for my culture.
As you can see today, Abigail walked in with one of my designs, or one of my dresses that I've made, and I'm really proud to see her in that. And I'm satisfied that I have come this far because she has introduced me to the rest of Papua New Guinea. And the Runway project is sort of like my platform to now expose to the rest of Papua New Guinea that I'm also capable of sewing or get into the international market.
So my brand is Denani, and I am more into traditional contemporary designing. Like I said earlier, like there's so much out here in Papua New Guinea that needs to be showcased. You know, the artifacts that we have, the clay pots that we have, the nets that are woven, the bilums that are made, and the everything that's out there that's created to bring wealth, a home, a mat to sleep on, a basket to put your food into, or bilums to carry a baby in. There's so much out there that we can be able to use from the natural to bring it out into textile, and I believe that my designs are more into that.
My dream right now is to promote my Ora Tapa and ship it to the world, to share it with the world and have everything be recognized in an international level. And hopefully one day I get to, display my stuff on a bigger stage, and that's every fashion designer's dream, So yeah, that's exactly what I want. Yeah.
Yes, I believe PNG has the potential to showcase on a global market. The talent here is amazing. It's still raw, but there's more work that can be done, but it takes Project Runway, it takes PNG Fashion Week to organize shows that can bring people in and do workshops like these, so just to further the capacity of the PNG people.
After meeting the designers throughout Papua New Guinea, and I was moved and I was touched that each garment, it's their way of telling their stories from their tribe, their village, their district, um, and um, and it's a very touching feeling to actually listen to a mother or listen to a designer telling her stories about her ancestors, her past on fashion, in which I am interested because that's how I'm doing my work.
Even though female entrepreneurship and the formation of women business networks is steadily arising, there are a number of challenges and obstacles which female entrepreneurs face. One major challenge is the effect that the traditional gender role society may still have on women. We speak to Pakistani entrepreneur Izzah Ahmed on her journey as a businesswoman and the success she has achieved despite the odds.
Hi, my name's Izzah Ahmed. I'm from Pakistan. Pakistan would be a country which is very close to India. We are neighbors. I started out Juicy Gossip. It was interesting how I started out Juicy Gossip. People thought I could never start a business which was food related because I wasn't supposedly a brilliant cook. That's what I always tell younger girls and women, or just generally people, when I'm giving out a motivational talk, that, you know, if I can do something, anyone else can. Because it's all about commitment, it's all about passion, it's all about your will to do something and to make it work. If you have that will, you will make anything work, anything can be a success. When I started Juicy Gossip, we started out as a juice bar in a mall in Islamabad. Like you've got Vision City here, it's called Centaurus Mall in Islamabad. We started out as just a juice bar and we introduced fresh fruit juices in Pakistan with no sugar added and no artificial concentrate added, just fresh fruit seasonal juices. And we made our own concoctions mixing different fruits. Initially, the idea was to sort of get the people of Pakistan to enjoy the fruits of the country. We have amazing fruits. So we thought, let's cash them. People are using their mixed concentrate juices or artificial juices and with a fresh juice, and it just kills the purpose. It was challenging because people weren't very open to the idea of non-sugared juices. We got a little sort of, before we started, we had people telling us this won't work, that won't work, this combination can never work, you're adding ginger to your juice, you're adding cinnamon, you know, we're not comfortable with these things. But we sort of did it. It worked and people loved it. We got a brilliant response from people. From there on, we went on and we said, all right, let's get into grilled food. Everything that you go, every restaurant that you go to, I would find that there'd be deep fried food or over mayonnaised food or over cheesy food. And I used to be very uncomfortable. If I wanted to have a nice grilled chicken sandwich, what would I do? I didn't want an over mayonnaise sandwich. I wanted a simple, nice sandwich which was nice to eat with a bit of salad and things like that. But you know, I wouldn't get those options. Every salad would have a lot of mayonnaise. They'd make that coleslaw and put it there. So that sort of was my encouragement, and that was my incentive to start something which we thought was grilled food, healthy food. So the tagline for Juicy Gossip is simply fresh. We had very interesting comments from friends, family, saying, you know, your salads don't have mayonnaise, your salads don't have cheese, your salad does not have a lot of dressings. I said, listen, I want to keep it as natural and as simple as possible and as fresh as possible. So what we did is we just used, so for our salads we just used 3 ingredients, which are lemon juice, salt, black pepper. So what I'm trying to say is, food or your business is who you are. You take yourself and you represent it in whatever you do in life. When I started Juicy Gossip had to be about me. Juicy Gossip had to be about what I could do and what I was confident about. Just like that, every woman, I feel, can pick on whatever she's confident about. You know, it doesn't have to be food, it doesn't have to be clothing, it doesn't have to be jewelry, it can be anything that she's very confident about and very passionate about, because starting a business is demanding, starting a business is time consuming, starting a business is draining, starting a business is a challenge. It tests every sense that you have. And lots of people wind up and close their businesses earlier on because they can't handle the stress, or they just give up very early on. I just believe that anyone, whether they're women in Papua New Guinea, or whether they're women in Australia, or whether they're women in Pakistan, when you have decided that you want to achieve something, just go out and do it. There's nothing that stops you but yourself. When you start a business, it consumes you. You sometimes don't have time for your family. Being a mother, that can be a very big challenge. I remember the first few months I was seeing my kids only 5 minutes in a day. I would right before they'd go to sleep, go to school, I would be sleeping, I'd get up, I'd say, love you, and they'd be gone. By the time I'd come home from work, they'd be sleeping. So that emotionally was very challenging because I was missing them. I felt guilty. I felt as if I was ignoring them. Then the food industry in itself is a very demanding industry. You open before people can want to come to eat, and you close after people have gone home. So it's a demanding industry. By the time now I come home, it's usually 2 a.m. because we close around 12 a.m. And it's a long working day for us. I have to stay there once they're closing. That's when I do my accounts, etc. So every day is a long day. Coming home at night, 2 a.m., my parents used to fret initially. How would she do this? You know, she's coming home alone. How is this going to happen? It's not safe. But I've been doing it, and God's been kind. So that was initially my father would say, why can't you start up something which normal girls do, you know, start a boutique or maybe get into a school business or do something. Why do you have to do something like this? It was interesting because nobody was expecting the challenges and the set of problems that this business came with. These were the challenges that I had to face on my family front, on my home front. You know, there was a point where I thought I might even close it down, where my kids then became my strength and said, Mommy, this was your dream and you will pursue it, you will not close it down. So, you know, it had its ups. We've had our really low moments. We've really struggled, but we've done it. God's been very kind. Cafe is a very homely sort of an environment where we have a very interactive relationship with our customers. They're not my customers. They're part of the Juicy Gossip family. They're part of my family then. They become friends. I become emotionally attached with some of them. They were friends. There were some customers, you know, I started off as customers, but they've ended up being friends, invite me to their weddings, you know, going to places, meeting up. So it's a very, it's not just a business for me. Juicy Gossip has never been a business for me. The name Juicy Gossip, by the way, was suggested by a very dear friend of mine who lives in the US, Izzah, and I asked her, listen, I'm thinking of a name, and we came up with lots of names, and Juicy Gossip just popped up. And I remember, and so what we've done is, you know how, I'll just tell you, there's a drink on her name. So anyone that comes with the name Izzah, sometimes I say, all right, it's complimentary, I'm not going to charge you. So, you know, it's personal. I don't, with a group of friends, we have different names with our group, so I've got drinks on our names. So I don't want to call it my business. This is who I am. It's my passion. It's something that I'm loving. It's something that it's taken over me, and I've probably taken over it in many ways. I'm loving the fact that, you know, when I'm not there, my customers say, we missed you. They feel that we connect. Most restaurants, you don't know who the owner is. And honestly, not many people care if the owner is there or not there. It's just a restaurant you go to, you eat and you come out. It's never a personal experience. It's just personal for you, but not personal enough to go to a place. We, I think, have successfully been able to do that with our customers, that we've made the experience of coming to Juicy Gossip personal. Not just for you, that you came out with your family and had there, but just the fact that you've come there. There are random people who don't know each other. They all sit and we all sit and talk. Sometimes we have very interesting topics that we talk about. We can talk about anything from socio-economic status to women's status to politics to, you know, what's happening around the country to whatever. You know, we can, one of them will start, I'll comment, then another one will comment, and it just becomes like a big group of friends sitting down in their drawing room, having a cup of tea or some food, enjoying themselves and chatting. So Juicy Gossip has had to go through a certain amount of, we had to go through certain challenges to be able to achieve that. And this, I think, is something that I am proud of, and God's been very, very kind to me. It's all because I'm humbled by the kind of reviews I get, the kind of comments I hear from people. It's a humbling experience, but I mean, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Welcome back to Women's World. If you've just tuned in, Pakistani entrepreneur Izzah Ahmed spoke about the dedication, challenges and rewards of starting your own business as a woman. She now gives advice to PNG women on entrepreneurial projects they should take on board.
I think Papua New Guinean women are capable of doing anything. Like, you have the advantage, the Papua New Guinean women have the advantage of being in a country, of being part of a country which has A, tremendous opportunities of business, B, they have a country right next door, Australia, where they can export a lot of stuff from. 2, I think they can get into jewelry making. I think they can get into crafts and doing things with that. I think they have amazing food. They can get into the restaurant business with local nice Papua New Guinean food in a restaurant, not just on the side stalls, but in a restaurant. They can bring their family recipes, the areas that they come from, their recipes, and bring them in and give them to the expat community or the people that come and visit Papua New Guinea. Tourists, I think they have amazing food here. You've got amazing fruits here. I don't see people using that. It's sad that I've noticed that the Papua New Guinean women are not cashing on what they have, what is theirs. You have such beautiful heritage, you've got such beautiful traditions, you've got such amazing ideas for jewelry, which is unique to Papua New Guinea. Like your bird of paradise earrings, I've not seen them anywhere else in the world. That's so unique to Papua New Guinea. Then you've got those long earrings with the little skull and the thing in the middle. That's so Papua New Guinean. Clothing, everyone wears a very simple style of Mary blouse, I've noticed. But that can be accessorized and that can become a fashion trend. They can do so much with that. I think you could introduce your own, you've got so much, there was this, what do you call that? You've got the tapa cloth from the Oro region. I took some with me last time. You get handbags of that region, you get handbags in that cloth, you get wall paintings, you get dresses. Why can't the Papua New Guineans encash that? It's just sold here. I bought some amazing wooden furniture last time, I remember, when I was here. We bought your spirit house, and I remember the chieftain staffs. People are amused with the mother of pearl stuck in them, and it's amazing. The craftsmanship here is amazing. I remember I bought this lovely owl which was made of clay by a Papua New Guinean individual who actually put in every feather which was personally handcrafted and fitted in, and it was beautifully done with the clay that you get here. But why can't those things be exported? Why can't they be sent out? Why can't Papua New Guinea and women of Papua New Guinea or men of Papua New Guinea use the uniqueness of their culture to their advantage and let the rest of the world know about it? This can become a fashion statement, honestly. I think there is so much that women here, the accessories here, the way you wear your jewelry, the shell necklaces, the shark teeth necklaces, they are beautiful. They are absolutely beautiful. Then you've got so much that can be frangipani inspired, because frangipani is a flower, I think it's their local flower. You get such beautiful jewelry, but most of them that comes here is coming from Thailand, I think. They can make their own stuff and export it. I think Papua New Guinea is a land of opportunity, is a land of tremendous potential. I just hope that they realize it and encash it and use it to their advantage. And whether you're a Papua New Guinean or a Pakistani or Indian or Australian or from any part of the world, however remote or however developed, progress and achievement is always, I think, it needs to come from within. If you are confident that or if you're determined enough to start something and to make a difference, to bring about a change, you will. Nothing can stop you. So I wish the Papua New Guinean women all the best. I wish them success, and just wanted to tell them that they live in a piece of heaven. Honestly, this is beautiful. It's breathtakingly beautiful, this country. God bless Papua New Guinea.
That concludes this edition of Women's World. We hope to see Izzah again when she returns to Papua New Guinea. Please continue to share stories from your community with us by the contact details now showing on your screen. You can also search for us on Facebook. We look forward to hearing from you. On behalf of the Women's World team, thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of your viewing on your #1 to watch, EMTV.